Welcome to VAR and Show,
the only place where offside opinions
are always onside.
In today's episode, we're going to be diving into some of football's hottest takes.
From why VAR actually makes the game worse to Mo Salah's decline at Liverpool. Let's get into it.
So the first hot take that we have is Pep Guardiola's success is largely due to being at the right clubs with the right players.
That's a good one. Look, Guardiola's career has always been at massive clubs, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, now Man City. And he always had that financial backing, and obviously all the right players were there.
Definitely.
Barcelona, he had Messi. At Man City, he had so many top
Great
players,
players,
KDB,
yeah,
Alden now. So
Even
even
Bayern.
Rodri, Bayern as well. Bayern, he had crazy players. I think Ribery, Robben was there at that time as well.
He managed all of them.
So, you know what? Obviously, we can say that his success is due to that because he's only been
At great clubs,
at great clubs
that have
with
great players.
So if you put him in a team like, I don't know, who can we say, like Sunderland or someone like
will
that.
he do? Obviously, he's not going to do as well because they're not.
He's not going to win the league.
team.
And, his success is based on him winning major trophies with these clubs. But I do feel that he's a great manager. He has a great football mind. And even if he does take on maybe like a mid-table team, obviously not in the Premier League, but somewhere else, then he won't win the league with them, but he'll definitely improve that team. So, yeah, that's my take.
I think that he's a good manager. Fine, he was at these teams when they had their best players and he won those trophies. And sure, it's like the whole controversy with Zidane when he managed Real Madrid. It was the main thing was any idiot can come to Real Madrid with Benzema, Bale and Ronaldo and win a league.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't take anything away from Zidane because his tactics worked. It won them titles.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that even with Guardiola, he came to all these clubs that have good players. His tactics still worked and it doesn't take anything away from him being a great manager. So I think that his success, having those players and being at the right clubs at the right time, does play a role in him winning Champions League titles, league titles, wherever it may be.
Yeah.
It does play a role, but also it's his tactics that are great.
Yeah,
he's not a fraud manager.
No, not at all.
I think he relied more on his own tactics rather than his players, more than Zidane did with Real Madrid.
Yeah, like you said, I feel Zidane relied on his players solely.
Definitely.
And that's what made them a great team and him a good manager. But Guardiola tactically is a mastermind.
He's a mastermind,
so,
100%.
That's good.
Okay,
So the next hot take is Lamine Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or before Kylian Mbappe.
I think so. It's Mbappe had his chance, and maybe he should have, maybe he shouldn't. That's another topic. But he had his chance when Yamal was still much younger, wasn't even in Barcelona.
Wasn't in the conversation.
We didn't even know who he was. Mbappe had his chance. Maybe he should have with all those World Cup performances. All of that. With all of that, I think that Mbappe had his chance and he missed out on it. Maybe not his fault, maybe it is. And I think now that Yamal has entered the stage, I see Yamal doing much better at Barcelona than what Mbappe will do. And not only just because he's a better player, but also because I think if Mbappe was still at a different team where he could show the difference between him and the rest of the team, then sure, he stands out. In this Real Madrid team, what they're trying to build, I don't think he's going to be a standout. He's not going to be the main man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, I think with Alonso coming into Real Madrid, I don't know how they're going to play as a team, but if Mbappe wants to win it before Yamal, then he has to do it in this coming season.
100%.
Otherwise, he'll win it before him.
Then definitely, because...
And you must also look at, the country who they play for. So if Yamal shines for Spain and France don't do so well, then obviously Yamal will win it.
Yeah, 100%. Because international tournaments do make a difference.
Yeah.
Especially with the World Cup coming up.
Yes, exactly.
The World Cup's going to be very soon, and I feel like that will make a difference next season. I'm not saying it's going to be between Mbappe and Yamal for sure. We don't know. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Right? There's going to be a lot of other great players.
You think Wirtz? Salah.
I hope so. If they're that good, I hope so.
Yeah,
but
maybe Cole Palmer as well.
yeah, let's see next season.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to be between Yamal and Mbappe. But if it is, and it gets to that point, the World Cup's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where, if Mbappe wants his chance to get it before Yamal, he has to do it then.
Yeah, I think next season, that's when he has to do it. Otherwise, it's gone.
Agreed. The next hot take that we have is VAR adds more to the problem rather than fixing it.
I think when VAR first came about in all of the leagues, it wasn't tried and tested so properly where they could get like a definite and quick decision on a matter. But now I feel that as football fans all around the world, we all used to VAR. We see it in a major tournament. We see it week in, week out when you watch our favorite teams play. So obviously, if there's an offside decision and your team scores a goal or something, VAR comes in the conversation and it helps to confirm that. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of controversy and, speculation saying, oh, was this offside, was not
offside?
Because
they've had that in the past.
And you know what, then the referees are looked at as not doing their jobs properly, which is still a difficult job to do. So, you know what, I don't think it adds more to the problem. I do feel that now they're really sort of, I wouldn't say perfecting it, but making it better so that it, intertwines with the game well and fixes the problems.
What I think about it is that it doesn't add to the problem because there would have been much worse takes when it comes to refereeing decisions in every league or whatever match it may be. The takes become very difficult, and VR has improved that to a sense that, okay, was there foul in leading to a goal, whatever it may be. So I don't think that VR adds to the problem. It does, if it works, it helps. And that's why the thing I believe is that it's not that VR adds to the problem. It's the people running it. They are the problem.
For sure.
I think they have all this power to make this decision that, fine, the referee doesn't have to go with the decision from the VR if he doesn't want to. But he should. And it's the people running it that's a problem, because we've seen so many things in terms of corruption last season.
It's
or
true.
Season before, or the season before that VAR made the wrong call. It was on a video. They could have made the right decision. They have the opportunity and didn't. You look at, every time I think about it, I think of that game we played against Spurs. Liverpool versus Spurs. They were checking if Diaz was offside when we scored a goal. He was clearly onside. In game, fine, the linesman said offside. That's why we have VR to correct that, to say, you know what, that should have been a goal. They checked it on VR. Then they look at it and they say, the linesman gets confused. Or not the linesman, the VR gets confused. And they say, oh, it's offside, goal.
Offside, onside, something like that.
What does that mean?
It's
what I'm saying. It's the people running it. Because if somebody competent enough was running the VR that day, that goal would have stood, and it played a crucial part in the title race. We didn't win the league.
It did.
And things like that make a difference throughout the rest of the season.
I think that's why they're trying to implement that semi-automated offside system to the Premier League now. So VR doesn't need to get involved in that anymore. But for the other decisions like fouls, red cards, handballs, things like that, they really need to, I feel, take their time, not too much time, because you don't want to slow down the pace of the game. And you know what, it's been here for a while now. So whoever's, like you said, whoever's the man running the VAR behind the scenes, he should be competent enough to make the decision.
100%.
So the next hot take is Saudi Pro League will outshine a major European league in viewership.
Ooh, I don't think so. I think Saudi are doing this thing where now they're trying to buy all these great players, great names, whether they're old or whether they're young. They just want good names from leagues that are well known, from Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, whatever it may be. They're trying to get all these players, and it's working. Think about it. Before Ronaldo joined Al Nassr, did we really know anything about the Saudi league?
No, nothing.
Not at all. So they're trying to get these names, and it is definitely working. They're getting better viewership. But in terms of what football fans want to watch, because you get people, there's two groups of people. One is people who actually watch football because they care about a team, care about certain players or whatever it may be. They care about a team, and so they watch the league. So like, I care about Liverpool. I will watch Premier League religiously.
For sure.
And that's not to say that, I won't watch other leagues. I'll watch a La Liga game here and there, a Bundesliga game, if it's appealing to me. But it makes no difference to me because it has nothing to do with the team that I support. So in terms of that, football's already at a point where everybody supports a team from one of these big leagues.
Yeah.
And fine, players are going to the Saudi league, people will watch it here and there, but nobody really cares about it. I'm not saying that it should be irrelevant. I'm just saying that nobody cares about it as much as they would care about the Premier League. But I don't think so. So I don't think that the Saudi league will overtake viewership from any of the big leagues.
No, never.
I don't think so.
Because look, the big leagues are mainly viewed by, like you said, fans that have a passion for the game and for the team that they support. So I only feel that Saudi is bringing all these household names like Ronaldo, they signed João Felix now. So many other players are gone to Saudi. But for me personally, like I wouldn't on a random Saturday or Sunday, I wouldn't go put on Saudi league.
Because it's not relevant.
It's not relevant. So
it
won't overtake any other major league.
Yeah, and I think they are trying very hard because obviously they're offering ridiculous paychecks to these players, ridiculous fees to pay the clubs to get these players, and that's fine. They have the money. Do what you have to do, but it won't overtake viewership.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Okay. The next hot take that we have is Mohamed Salah declines sharply and loses his starting spot next season.
Yeah, that's a harsh term of words right there.
Yeah, but it's also a stupid hot. Just by the way, we found all these hot takes online.
Yeah.
If you have any other hot takes that you want us to do next time, leave them down below.
Look, according to this hot take, I don't see how it's really relevant, to be honest with you. Look, Salah is one of the best players in the world at the moment, and sure, he is getting old, but it still seems like he's at his prime. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Scoring like 30 plus goals in a season. So I mean, even though he'll go to AFCON and maybe he might not have the season he had last season, but he'll still definitely be there. He'll definitely be on top. Teams will fear facing Liverpool because of Salah. So I don't think that he'll decline sharply, and he definitely won't lose his starting spot at Liverpool. Not now, and not in the next few seasons to come.
100%. I think he will decline sharply. Nah, joking. Not at all. This is the dumbest hot take I've seen. Salah is not the type of player that will just decline like that because of age. We thought that he came in his first season at what? How old was he? Young, like 24, 25, whatever it was. And we saw him bag the Premier League goal scoring record that season. And you think it can't get much better than that. And the next seasons to follow, he was very good. Maybe it wasn't as good as that first season. You think, okay, with age, maybe he's just declining that slight bit, but it's not making much of a difference. And then last season, man, he's 32 years old, and he's had his arguably the best season he's had in his Liverpool career.
Yeah.
I don't think that the age is going to be a problem. He's always focusing on staying fit, always gymming.
Yeah. He looks after himself.
He looks after himself very well. And he's not going to... In terms of declining, no way. Not for we have him for 2 more seasons at least.
Yeah.
And in those next 2 seasons, I don't see him declining at all. And as for losing his starting spot, come on. Who would take his spot? It's now Liverpool are trying to do a thing where they want 2 players in every position fighting for that position. There's no one to fight with him because nobody's going to take that spot from him, especially not after the season he just had. And if he can maintain even just a percentage of what he did last season, he's not losing his starting spot. He's a great player, and the thing that I always say is that he, aside from like looking after himself well, you see players like Ronaldo, he's old, but he's still ridiculously fit.
Really good. Yeah.
He would start for so many teams in the Premier League. He would. In most leagues, he would. I'm not saying now that, I think Salah is like Ronaldo, he's that guy. No. I'm just saying that he looks after himself well, and it shows.
He has the same, I think he has the same mindset as Ronaldo, where even if he does get old, it doesn't matter to him, because as long as he stays fit and does his thing on the pitch, that's fine.
I feel like maybe he's still ridiculously fast. He's rapid. Don't get me wrong. Maybe not as rapid as he was in his first season, but he's starting to rely less on that pace and more of his individual ability. He still is quick, don't get me wrong.
He is quick,
fast play.
I think in FC 26 his pace will go down a little bit though. But
that'll be a bit sad. But either way, he's not that type of player to rely on only his pace. He definitely will be able to maintain that if he plays like how he did last season.
And look, we've seen that in the last few seasons that he's not just running down the wing and stuff like that, so he's really uses his mind to play the game now, and he's a lot less greedy than he was. And so I think he's the perfect player.
I think so too. So that's all the hot takes that we have for today. If you have any more that you want us to discuss in the next video, you can leave it down below in the comments.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Unfiltered,
Unemployed, and unbelievably entertaining.